the roaming field of doom and attacks that bypass your shields. Hello, I'm Frank of Future and welcome to the Vanguard of Light. And oh my gosh, I feel like I've been off camera for a while. Something amazing is up and it's the Energy Clearing Summit. It's happening. The page is up. You could register. Oh my gosh, it is awesome. But today we're talking about the roaming field of doom. Oh, this has been a story. This has been a project for probably about the last year and a half for me. I've been traveling a lot of off-grid, going to national forests, and through that travel across the US, I was encountering kind of like these changes in energy, unexpected changes in energy, and really change your mood when you're in them. I started calling them inversion fields, right? So I've been mapping them out where, I mean, you feel like, oh my gosh, no possibility, no hope, and as soon as you cross where that inversion field was, all of a sudden hope would come back. I'll do another video just talking about inversion fields, but this one I'm talking about the roaming field of doom, and this is the roaming inversion field. I also call it a regional inversion field. So there's a bunch of different inversion fields. You got like your city inversion fields, just local inversion fields, a state inversion fields, cross state lines, they switch. There's a positive to that, we'll talk about it later. But then there's also like kind of this roaming field, this roaming energetic field, this inversion field, and it's kind of like an entity. It does have volition, and its job is kind of like to maintain and monitor kind of the us's that are inside the field. And depending on how you're getting inverted, because all the inversion fields are different, right? So they're going to invert you in different lengths. So certain abilities get pushed down and other ones are allowed to come up, right? So when you cross inversion field, you'll like kind of feel that rise, but you don't feel the other ones that are getting pushed down. And then this roaming field, its job or purpose is kind of to help mitigate that. So if you start escaping with one, ability gets pushed down, the other one starts rising up. It's kind of like the roaming field is like a go-to person that kind of like pushes whatever's happening, whatever that person's rising up with, kind of help push that back down. So you got kind of like your set inversion fields, and then this roaming one kind of plays to like, okay, oh, they're starting to wake, oh wait, push them down, let's take out, So you might get that boost when you cross an inversion field, like, oh man, it's starting to feel good, yeah, right, now start lifting. Other part you won't see pushing down, right? So you do get that taken away by the whatever field you get into. But then the roaming field's job was to kind of, where you start getting that lift, start getting that possibility, because it doesn't want you to break through and escape, push that down. So, and I haven't super talked about because I didn't have a way to clear it. I'm going to build a warp gate, so that will be coming to like rapidly kill it. Not kill it, but to clear it, stop it. It is kind of an entity, and it's not a kill, it's actually sending it, moving it on. And you do it with a lot of white light. So you want to imagine you got this roaming field, and oh gosh, I'm just so excited about it because it also sends out these etheric entities, which I've got a Ghostbuster book. It's probably like 47 pages of different entities to clear. And I've got a warp gate, etheric restore, that also clears, like does everything that's in that book really, really fast in your unconscious, right? But it didn't have these etheric entities, these roaming inversion field entities. And it's almost like you got this big field and it sends them out. But it's like a swarm of little bees or a swarm of ants. So it's not like you get this hit and it hits your shield and blows it away and just boom, and you're like, oh wow, something happened. You can tell it, dropped your shields. It's like this swarm of bees, not bees, because bees are wonderful. So it's this swarm of like kind of like nanobots almost that hit your shield and slowly start eating it through the etheric shield, because it comes on the etheric plane, and it can just drop your shield, pull your mood down, drop you down, and they're like infused everywhere. So it's not like this thing of like, oh, I'm fine, got an entity, I know it, clear it. It's like kind of just like you're in the field, and then they notice of like, oh wait, that person's a little more awake, let's fire extra at them. So what is a technique for now is really just try to get a sense. Some states have more, some have less, right? And you get a sense, like just ask yourself, like, where is the roaming? Like if you feel the push down, which it's going to be doing, where is that roaming, inversion entity? And kind of get where it is located in space. And if you get like kind of over that way, like, okay, it's roaming entity, right? Picture all of this white light going at it, like coming from your heart, just blasting at it. Then also request angels to come on all different angles, sending white light, call it out from the outer spaces to come down like a beam, and just inundate that with white light. Now it's going to be sending out to clear out the entities. You'll probably need the new etheric restore warp gate, which I will include in the description or something to get there. If not, just give me a message, say I need that now, because there's just so much going on, especially with the Energy Clearing Summit. Yeah, but it was so anyway. And then you can clear out those etheric, those inversion field entities, and oh man, it just lifts. Like I was just at a stupa today, and I was like in communion with the stupa, asking it to do that sweep and kind of map out like a 220-mile radius. They start just clearing out these, because I mean they're affecting everyone. They're just kind of like I said, like nanobots eating away at your shields. So anyway, so you will have the etheric restore warp gate, and you just do, you know, etheric restore kind of like in a sweeping motion, etheric restore, and it clears out all these inversion field entities, and they're like tons, and it just starts clearing them out. And if you do that white light thing, which I'll have another technique with the warp gate, I mean, it takes out that inversion field entity, which is helping a lot of people. And it's just roaming field of doom. Like, because I broke an inversion field, like the set ones, for a little bit of time, and it lifted everybody in the area, like a big lift. But the only reason I was able to do that, at least then, was because there wasn't a roaming field entity in that area. For whatever reason, that area just blocks the roaming field entity, which would have normally blocked me from lifting that other inversion field. So it's just trippy, but now we can start lifting the roaming ones. Ooh, it's a game changer. So hopefully you like that video. If you just comment, if you're like, hey, give me that etheric restore, I need it now. Otherwise, go to the Energy Clearing Summit. It's going to be amazing. 24 speakers, all different modalities, talking about energy work. Oh, their stories, their miracles, plus giving you a 30-day plan. It is so awesome. But we've got big stuff happening. Roaming inversion field entities have now been found, cataloged, and the entities that they kick off, they send you just billions of them. But those can be cleared too. So as you can tell, I'm super excited. And until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed night.